Scherzer, and he's going against the Reds, and I'll say, I'm going to take Joey Votto. He's going to be the cheapest I'll ever get him. When Joey Votto was Joey Votto, let's go back.
Right, but you just pick one guy. Don't stack up against Scherzer, but there's no reason you can't pick one guy.
Yeah. So I took Votto, and in my head I'm going, I don't care. He could pitch a one-hitter. That's what he could pitch to one hitter. The one hit he gives up is a single home run to Joey Votto.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Joey Votto's home run, which nobody's gonna have Joey Votto.
Yeah,
with
and nobody.
I got Max Scherzer, who I know obviously most of the teams are gonna have him.
Right, so you got to differentiate.
It's happened. It's happened in the past. It's crazy stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I think you should listen to us Wednesday nights. I think you should get back into golf, Cha-Cha. I think we're going to make that happen.
What? I usually doing the 7 o'clock show on Wednesday nights?
Yeah, we do 7 to 9. We try to make the last hour 8 to 9 be golf. And let me run this down for you. So this week we liked about 20 guys, and so we loved Patrick Cantlay. He won. We loved Adam Scott. He took second. Mark Leishman was on our list. He took fifth. Hideki was big on our list, seventh. Jordan Spieth, we were kind of off. One of the guys played him, but seventh. Tiger Woods, we all liked, tied for ninth. Emiliano Grillo, we all liked, tied for ninth. Now we had 5-6 guys miss the cut. One guy withdraw, so it's not all roses and kittens, but we pretty much nailed the top 25. And so our big guy was Ryan Armour, a totally unknown guy. Well, not unknown if you follow the league at all, but a hometown guy, finishes tied for 22nd with almost the absolute bottom end salary. The guy finishes top 25. So, PGA is really something that we really love to get into. Adam works, Adam's actually sponsored, works directly for team, why am I just blanking on it now? Callaway. And he works at a company who custom fit golf clubs to people, and he has fitted a very large amount of Detroit sports celebrities with golf clubs, and he's really deep into it. He actually just took second place in the qualifier for the Michigan Amateur Open, and will be doing the Michigan Amateur Open as a golfer, and thinks he's got a good chance to finish top 10. So.
Wow. Yeah, no, you'll get my degenerate side back into it. You sound so tempting. I've done. Honestly, Jonathan, I've tried to draw back from this many, many times. Yeah. Because of time restrictions, I'd say. Because when I don't have the time, I don't really I don't think I give myself a fair shot when I don't really do some of the homework. Because I have times when, you know how it is. Sometimes, you have 3 kids. Let's face it. If a guy's not playing, I've had times when a guy's not playing and I have him in my lineup. And you go back the next day and you go, what the hell? But I had to go out, I had to do something, but I put a lineup in now.
Right.
I'm putting
and then
the lineup
you forget
at 12
to check
o'clock.
it. Yeah.
And then whatever, something happens during your day and you just forget, and then you walk and you go, and you lose I might have lost, the guy got a 0, and I look at my lineup and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm 5 points from cashing.
Right.
And in my cash, like yourself, to me, people might go, you only would have won a couple of bucks. No, to me, it's a win. A win's a win. If I put $1 in and I win $3,
that's a win. Well, I tell you, we have a Draft for Upside weekly league for PGA. It's only $3. So we
I think I can afford that.
Yeah. We have fun. We talk a lot of shit. I don't ever put a real lineup into it, though, Cha-Cha. So my thing is for the show, because I don't have a lot of input in PGA, because it's like it's not my thing. So I just try to do something dumb. And every week I pick a theme. And this last week it was guys with double O's in their name. So Tiger Woods. And
I like that. That's an Italian thing, man. Yeah. I like guys with the ends in vowels. I could do that. Yeah. We used to have a league back in the day before DraftKings and all these things was out. Kind of like, I don't want to say I'm the pioneer of DFS, but myself and a bunch of my friends, there was like 20 of us at one point. We used to call it the You Pick'em League. Basically, it's the same concept of what DraftKings and FanDuel have come out with. You pick your own team. And we used to basically, that's what we used to do. basically every week I said, Jonathan, you can pick. It was football. Your quarterback, your 2 running backs, your 2 receivers, and your tight end. There was no defense. And that was it. I don't care who you wanted. You can have anybody you want. And then the stats from those players, whoever had the most stats, was $10 a person. So every week somebody won $200.
Yeah, that's
and
nice.
What we did. It was called You Pick 'em. And I did it off the computer. I sent everybody an email and said, you send me back your team. If you had it in by, Sunday morning, I had it, I did everything quick, sent everybody, back their lineups. And at the end of the day, and then you got people like back in the day. I mean, my mother was in the league. My friend's uncle. People just would pick names out of a hat. And they'd win. How'd your mother win? She don't know fight. Nah, I just say, here's the quarterbacks. Pick one out of this hat.
Yep.
But that was fun.
That's fun.
When FanDuel came along, it was like, I don't know about you, but when FanDuel first came out, I was like, this is something like I was doing with this You Pick 'em thing. Only it's baseball, which
we've been doing this for years. We should have made money on it.
Yeah. What an idiot! I could have. What a concept! I could have. If I had some cash, and still people till today. Go ahead.
No, when did FanDuel and all that launch? When did that? What year was that? Do you remember?
FanDuel came out, I think, officially. I was going to say 2008.
All right. Yeah.
Because 2009 or 2010 is when Chris Prince, our buddy over there, he won the first tournament, the big tournament.
Right.
On FanDuel. And that was
I just Googled it and it said July 2009.
Okay. So is that when he won, or is that when
No, that's when FanDuel launched. Was July 2009.
Okay, so they came out in 2009. I was luckily, when they first came out that summer, I was invited in the city, New York, to a FanDuel get-together with a bunch of people like you and me and your buddies. They held it down in the city, in a bar in the city, across the street from the Empire State Building. And they, this is the beginning of, this is the president, the CEO, the whole shebang. Everybody from FanDuel was there, and they all of us came in. And, guys came from out of town. They hooked us up with food, drink, and all of that. And they gave us a free roll for that day. It was a free $150 to whoever won the football tournament there. Plus, they had tournaments running that day, of course, their normal football tournaments. And that was my introduction into FanDuel. So it was a pretty cool introduction from them. Now
awesome.
Look where they've become. Yeah.
For sure.
And they were such nice people. I tell you, they sat down with all of us, listened to all our questions and gripes, and, everybody had, little quirks about what you should do, maybe do this, maybe do that. And they listened. They were nice people. And honestly, they hooked us up, man. They gave us free drinks, free food. The whole thing was really nice.
No, sounds awesome, man.
Hats off to FanDuel.
So I'm only 38, so I haven't been around quite as long. But I remember back, it must have been late middle school, early high school. So that'd have been mid 90s. My buddies and I, we used to play fantasy baseball by getting the Sunday paper and going through the box scores and stats and keeping track on the paper, even though, there was probably some rudimentary email leagues going on at that point. I know that John Hansen had started his email group long before that. But that's how I got into it there. And then when I got a little older, the golf, which really cracked me up when FanDuel and everybody came out, is because my buddy, much like you're doing the You Pick 'em league. I had 3 or 4 guys at the restaurant I was running that we did the same thing for golf every tournament. So what we would do is it was $20 a week, and $10 a week went to the winner of the week. We'd pick a six-person team. We'd take turns, draft snake style, drawn out of a hat, who got to go first, and whoever had the lowest total combined score for strokes, obviously, would win the weekly
Yeah.
pot. And if you picked the actual winner, you won the rollover pot. If nobody picked the winner, that $10 from everybody rolled over to the next week. And we did that for 3-4 years. And it
Wow.
was so much fun. And then FanDuel and all that came out. And we kind of quit doing it on our own and started doing it on there. But the rollover pot was so much more fun. And I wish you could, maybe I should email FanDuel, because they let you do these, personal tournaments, but maybe they could do a rollover pot for a small, like 5-6 person league, where if you don't pick the winner, it rolls over the next week.
Yeah, that sounds good. I used to do that in bowling. We used to have a bowling league, same type of thing. We used to have we call it the 6 in a row pot. And every week, there was about 25 of us bowling in this league. It was a crazy type of league. We used to call it, matter of fact, the name of the league was called the Screwballs. We used to bowl Monday night screwballs. And basically, you had to throw 6 strikes in a row to win the money. And if you didn't hit, well, it rolled over. And most of the times, it didn't get hit. And you might have went 6-7 weeks without getting hit. I finally hit it, like 7 weeks in. And I thought I was going to win. It was the first game that I threw the 6 in a row. But my buddy, in the last game, because we used to bowl 3 games, this guy steps his game up, and he throws 7 in a row on the last game to beat me and win like $300-something bucks on a rollover pot.
What a jackass.
So I got a beer out of it.
Well, at least you didn't get nothing.
It wasn't the kind of beers you guys drink. It was a shitty Budweiser or some crap like that.
I love it, buddy.
What are you guys drinking? What is your drink of the day these days with the drought for the upsiders there?
Oh man, I'm on the Weight Watchers with my wife. I'm down 25 pounds, so I've been drinking a lot of these hard seltzers. So I've been drinking a lot of sissy beer lately.
I get that. No, that's tough when you're doing that. How you doing with that?
Actually,
you're doing good. You dropped 25 pounds. What am I talking about? You're doing freaking good.
Yeah. So I've dropped 25 pounds. My wife has dropped 35 pounds. So.
Well, you know what? That's unusual, because usually the dude is the guy that drops more weight. My wife, every time we do this, we've had a couple of. I always beat her, and she's so pissed. She's like, "How much weight did you lose?" I lost like we did it like 2 months ago. I was like, we went to Aruba, so I said we can't look like we don't want to look too cowish when we got there. So I said, I lost 16 pounds in like 2 weeks, and she lost like 7, and she was pissed.
Oh, yeah.
And we're eating the same shit. We're eating the same food. We're drinking the same bottle of water. And,
Well, she got a 2-month head start on me. So New Year's Day.
Oh, okay.
New Year's Day, we were we had friends. We have these friends from out of town come stay with us every New Year's night. We have kids about the same age, and we just tie one on while the kids sleep down in the basement. And and we woke up the next day, both of us just feeling like shit. And I remember looking at her and going, "Man, I weighed myself this morning, and I tipped the scale at heavier than I've ever been." And she looked at me and she goes, "You know what? I did the same thing." And then, so about February or so, my mother has moved down to our area too. And she said, "Well, I joined Weight Watchers again." And my wife said, "Okay, well, I'll do that with you." And so I started eating what she was eating at home, participating at home. But I work on the road. I sell beer to bars for a living. So I'm out drinking beer and having ribs and burgers for lunch. And I lost about 10 pounds just not drinking beer at home and eating healthy with her at home. And then she dropped 25 pounds in the first 3 months. And I said, okay, this looks legit. So I jumped in and joined her. I've been doing it about a month now. I've lost about 15 pounds in the first month. And then I lost 10 pounds on my own before I joined that. But yeah, we're 60 pounds down between the two of each other, of us in the last 3 months. So we're working hard. We're going on vacation to Vegas this Thursday, though.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. Because I started, I'll be honest with you, when I was 37, that was the downfall of my career. Because once I hit 37, it was all downhill. And you're right at that age where I slipped out of my reality world and I became a fantasy player at 37. And ever since then, I got to be honest with you, And I love fantasy sports, but it's not good for a person that was an athlete for a long time. I played ball, and 3-4 times a week I played softball, and I bowled, and I played racquetball, and then I got hurt.